Hope you all had a nice Christmas. Excuse me about the light in the video. I'm out in the new man cave, the new games room shed, and I don't have the electric hooked up yet. Not till after the holidays, till the electrician can visit and do it. Yeah, I just want to talk about these arrow quivers I made. Got the idea from the DM Craft GM Scotty. I thought it was a good idea. Tried to make my own version. Now for the arrows, I picked up these like bamboo skewers from Amazon. So they're what I use for the arrows. Use this kind of brown foam sheets. You get these in a packet, like lots of different colors. They're handy to have for use for different things. Use them for the quivers and just staple it together with the staple gun. I stuck on a little charm I had. Yeah, I might make a few more of these. I have some more charms on the way. Just like touched up the staples with some brown paint to disguise them. Yeah, pretty easy. Just painted up the arrows. So there's 20 arrows in the quiver. Just sprayed them black. A bit of white for the simulate the fletching. Just a bit of brown for the shaft, and they're quite sharp. Some gunmetal for the tip. Yeah, the way I would use them was if a player had a bow, he's an archer. I'd just give him this. I have. When I play in Roll20, my players, they seem to have unlimited arrows. I'm playing for years and my players have never bought arrows, so it's a bit annoying. They say they mark them off, but they never do. What players are like. So what would be was they would get this, if they would have their 20, their quiver or their 20, if they fired an arrow, if they missed, if they didn't hit their target, then, they would take an arrow out, they would give it to me, the GM, and then the arrow would be gone. The arrow considered lost, would hit a wall and the shaft would break or would fly off into the undergrowth, depending on the location the players are. So if the player actually does score a hit, then he would take one out. He would leave it on the table. Say he scored 2 hits. 2 different enemies. We would put them pointing towards the enemy that he hit. Then at the end of the combat, if the player is still alive, then he would get a chance to try to retrieve these arrows. How it would work would be, he would obviously try to retrieve the arrow carefully from the carcass of the dead enemy. So he would have to make a bow special skill to do that. There would be pluses to the roll. For monster heavy armor, there's more chance of the arrow being damaged when you're taking it out. So for monster heavy, you would get it like a +2 to that roll. Monster heavy plate armor, that kind of heavy breastplate, kind of heavier armor. For chainmail, it will be a +1 to try to take out the arrowhead roll separately for each arrow, obviously. And for leather armor, monster light, it would just be a straight roll. So that's how them works. Stop your players from having unlimited arrows in a fun kind of interactive kind of way. Thanks to DM Scotty for that good idea. Have to make maybe 3 more quivers. Can also use them for crossbows. Also, they can scavenge arrows. If they defeat an archer, say there's like an orc archer, then they can roll 1d6 to see, or maybe an average dice to see how many arrows they can get from that dead enemy. So it'd be like humans, orcs, elves would be kind of usable for each other. Dwarfs, halflings, goblins, arrows would be too small for their bow, so they would be kind of in a different category. Yeah, so that's how that would work. Interesting way to stop your players from cheating. Also, I was out for a walk this afternoon, trying to lose a bit of weight after all that Christmas food. Yeah, I've found this in one of the old kids' toy boxes. It's from some kind of some kind of set they had years ago. It's like I thought it would be like nice flaming brazier. I just painted it up silver and gave a bit of a flame effect on it. That gave me the idea of trying to make more. So picked these up in that shop. What's it called? Sostrin Greens. It's a new shop around here, around the town. So I thought these would be interesting to make some plinths and some braziers. So these are like, what are these called? Candle cups. They're very small. So for the 20mm scale, they'd be quite big. So put some sand and glue and maybe paint it up as hot coals. Maybe cut these down a little bit. You know, they would be the plinths for the braziers to stand on, hot coals. You know, make up some rules about knocking them over and stuff. I'll probably make a separate video about that. Yeah, picked them up pretty cheap. I think €1 each or something. So you can make 4 out of that. Also, they had these are like for, you know, for holding thread. There's like a little stand they stand on. You can pull your thread off. They spin around. But I thought they would make great bottoms of great pillars. You know, could stick my usual round blocks on top. You know, nice little bit of detail on them for €1. A bit of spray paint, a bit of sponge work, and they'd be finished. No cutting at all needed. Yeah, hope you had a nice Christmas. Should have a few more videos up in the next few days. Thanks.